the sun. Within a few minutes, we'll be baking this car and the dog. I'm getting training to help my howling. Now, you don't leave a dog in a car, in a hot car, to help them train. No, wrong. I'm gonna call that number. Just called Mary. Mary didn't answer. I saw your note on there. I called you a couple times.
Oh, you did?
15 minutes from now, your dog's gonna be in distress. In an hour, your dog would be dead. So you can add 20 degrees, Mary. If it's 80 out, it's 100 in the car. It's like you wearing a fur coat and having a fever because the dog's body temp is 101. So imagine yourself wearing a fur coat with a fever in a 100-degree car. You'd be dead in an hour. I don't honestly think that putting a dog in a baking car is a way to train them to not yelp. They're very lonely for you. They're a dog, and dogs are dependent on people emotionally.
It's not hot in there at all.
Yeah, it is. That was the most foolish behavior I've experienced yet. I just know that Mary is going from place to place in this town, leaving that note on the windshield, hoping that Mary can get away, leaving her dog in the car and making the very silly excuse, oh, I need to train my dog to stop missing me and stop crying. Bad dog. There need to be psychological evaluations of people before they can become a guardian of an animal. But there's no regulations for animals, completely unregulated. Dog panting. Vehicle is in sunlight. Never fails. Yeah, they can't last long. It's in the sun and they're already panting.
It's not hot enough.
You can bring the dog in here. They're dog friendly. They should never be left in a vehicle in the sun.
With the window shut if it's hot.
Yeah, the
He's
window being
panting
cracked
because he's...
doesn't make any difference.
You want to come out and see the temperature of my car?
It doesn't make any difference. Not to a
Yes.
dog. No.
It depends
No,
on the
window crack makes no
temperature.
difference. Yeah, they came out right away. If that had been a child in there, would they have said the same thing? How can you leave a child in a car that could be kidnapped? They're overheating. Panting dog. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So we're just going to call the cops if I can't find these people. I don't know where the hell they would be. That's not your Ford Transit van, is it?
I have the fan on and everything, so...
Well, they need the aircon. In my vehicle now, it's 80 degrees, but for a dog, that feels like 90, and they're panting.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no, thanks a lot. So after I confirmed the dog over here in a Sequoia, I spoke out loud and asked if anybody owned the Sequoia. The person identified that they did, and I indicated the usual, which is that no, it's 85 for the dog in the car, not going to last too long. Then he went over to a Sequoia. Dude, why don't you just take your dog in with you? Why don't you just keep your dog with you? It's not right. It's not right. The priority's got to be the welfare of the dog over the coffee, so. And here at the main sporting goods store in the same community where I just talked to two people about their suffering dogs in hot cars. They are so awesome. They took this information card, guidelines on not leaving your dog in a hot car, and I asked them to put it at eye level inside the store, and they did just that. It's still there. And another one at the cash. Yeah, your dog's suffering with the paws on the ground and like sweating horribly. Your dog shouldn't be out in the sun in the heat at all. I appreciate you supporting us, but your dog needs to be out of the sun right away, right away. You could bring your dog into the shade and get some water, please, and not walk them on the pavement because that's going to burn their paws. But do it though, don't take more pictures. Please take your dog out of the sun. Like I can call an officer because this dog is suffering heat prostration right now. But actually, please do it because your dog's wearing a fur coat and their body temp is 101, so they're suffering terribly in the sun right now. All right, he's trying to get in the shade there, but he says he shouldn't be out with his dog. Fuck. Oh, nice to see you're not in the car. I like that. Good to see. That's really good to see. It's good to see you. And here's my preemptive response to all the people who are going to comment, hey, I would have smashed in the window of that car. I would have broken the window. I would have busted the window. I wouldn't have wasted time talking to people, looking for people, filming the dog, Lenny. I would have smashed in the window and saved the dog. No, you wouldn't do that, and no, you haven't ever done that, because if you had ever looked in hot cars for dogs, especially those with cracked windows, people think if they crack the window on a hot day, then if you let in the 110-degree air, that'll help the dog somehow. If you had ever looked in a hot car for a dog, if you had ever helped a dog in a hot car, then you would know the realities. The realities are you can't go around smashing in the window of every vehicle with a dog in it, because then you're going to spend more time dealing with cops, paying fines, maybe doing a little bit of jail time, in court, doing community service than you would ever spend helping animals. For those of us who actually go out and try to help dogs in hot cars, what we do instead is we evaluate the situation. If the dog is in a little bit of distress, modest distress, but doesn't seem to be in critical distress, then you first try to find the person who's supposed to be responsible for the dog. And usually, because people don't want to walk far, usually they're right there in the store nearest to the vehicle. So I pretty much always find the person involved. In one case, I had staff of a store get on their intercom and summon the person. And staff were behind me and behind the dog, and the person was embarrassed, and they got education from me. And that's the whole other point. If you can find the so-called guardian of the dog without jeopardizing the welfare and life of the dog, then you can educate the person. If you do see a dog that is in a critical state and you don't see that you can summon the so-called guardian of the dog within a minute flat, then you break in the window.